Hello guys and welcome. A bit of a different setting today. We're doing I thought like doing a video on like my toy photography, because that's what I do mainly, and I thought I haven't got any figures to review, so I thought I'd do and show you some of my setup. So I'm currently doing a Bane here's Bane versus Batman type scenario. So I'm doing Batman on his own at the moment. So my lighting that I use, they're small rig lights, little lights. You've got the like papers and stuff that come with them, and it comes as this. So it comes basically, you get all the barn doors, charging, diffusers, tunnels, and extra little magnetic bits and tripods. I got that on Amazon for about £90, so that comes with 3 of them, and that's the lighting I use. I used to use Murphac light, but they no longer work with my phone or my iPad. So also the camera I use is a Nikon D5600. I've had this pretty much since I started toy photography, so good 3 and a bit years. Always does trick. I've got a 200mm lens on it at the moment. I have got a 50mm as well, which I use mainly for like more closer up shots. This one is my favourite one to use, so it's a 200mm, because I can sit a bit further away from the shot, from the figure itself, sorry, and zoom in, so I get that nice blur in the background. And I also use it for my for wildlife and stuff like that. So really good camera. If you want to get into toy photography, definitely worth picking one of these guys up. They go for a decent price now, because they're not too new. So I'm just going to turn my lights off while we do the intro bit. So they're not too new, so you could get them for a decent price. Great for starting out. I'm not quite sure what the Canon equivalent is. I've forgotten what it's called. Rebel, I think it's a Canon Rebel. I'm not sure if you can get them at a decent price, but yeah, D5600 Nikon, really good. I've got the UV filter on the top there. Needs a dusting actually. That's just an Amazon Basics one. Always have a UV filter when you're doing outdoor photography, because you will get horrible glare on your shots if you don't use it. So yeah, this is a 200mm, goes right out. It's really hard to do with one hand. So that's as far as it extends. So you can get a really nice close-up shot on it. And in the next part, I'll show you zoomed in as well on the actual taking the photo. So we'll get set up on that. I'll show you my diorama as well before we get into the actual taking of the photo. So this is diorama I use. So I made, sorry, it's going to focus on, I made that wall, and then Steve from Centurion's Corner made these and the floor and the wall behind as well, which I'm currently using as a stand. They're quite easy to make. Obviously Steve made the first load, and then I just made my own one. So it's foam, it's like foam boards and stuff. I'll try and link them in the description. Foam boards, normal acrylic paint, and you will be able to make your own diorama. So that is literally just a cocktail stick or a skewer, which I made into a little hose pipe, drainage pipe, and then I just got little photos and pictures and stuff off the internet, made it into little posters on the wall, painted on some graffiti, and that crack in the wall, I'm pointing at it on the phone, but this crack here, it comes out, so you can do I think I've done a shot before where Bane is putting Penguin's head through the wall. So yeah, and I've got all these little bits as well that I use. These are all the McFarlane weapon pack, and then you've got all these little extra bits here as well. So we'll get into the actual photo. So I'm back now. I've got the shot set up. So always, I rarely ever use it, but it is best practice to use a tripod when you're doing shots, because it's a better focus and you don't get that kind of wobble on your photos. But here's a shot I've just taken. So I've got it set up so you've got the blue light coming in from here, the white light coming in from there, and then I've got natural lighting behind me. It helps, I always find natural lighting helps brighten up a shot. I find if you're doing it in the dark, it's quite hard to get that perfect lighting. But natural light, you can always make an image darker, you can't make it brighter without it going funny. So definitely use that as you will, but I always like having natural lighting on my photos. So yeah, this is how the shot has come out, but I was going to do another one. I always use touchscreen on mine, so my camera's about to die already for some reason. So yeah, this is how I'm angled. I've accidentally just touched it, but I always use touchscreen on mine, get that focus and then go straight in. I do use manual focus when it's a darker shot, because or the lighting's a bit different. But on these types of shot, it's perfectly fine just to use an autofocus. I mean, I don't know loads about cameras. I'm not massive on them, but I know the basics, and that's all you need to know really for toy photography. So yeah, join me on the next shot. I'm gonna pose Bane, here he is, and Batman with a different lighting setup as well. So yeah, next part coming up. So here it is set up. I've got Bane as the foreground, as you can see on here. So it's always good to have a figure in the foreground, because it gives you that sense of depth as well. And if you've got like props and stuff, always put them as well, just to make it look a bit more in depth. So I've got the green light here reflecting off the back of Bane with the white light onto Batman, and as you can see on here, it gives that effect that Bane's glowing with his Titan and then Batman's in the light, type moonlight. Because what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to make it a bit darker in the edit, and then we'll see how it looks on there. And I might film that as well, not sure yet. But so yeah, so all focused in, all ready, and as you can see, when it comes out, it looks nice and crisp. When I do photos, it's always kind of, I don't think about what it looks like now, I think about what it's going to look like after the edit. So you can always edit a photo, you can make a photo look really good even if it's not great. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this, and then I'll show you the edit once I've finished up. So I've got Adobe Lightroom open. This is what I use to do the lighting edits and stuff like that. Photoshop I use to do the sides and stuff like that, and if I want to add effects, I'll use Photoshop as well. But in this instance, I'm just going to be doing a lighting edit. So basically, I don't go into it in depth really. For this sort of thing, I'll lower the exposure a little bit, because I want this to be set at night. We raise the contrast, makes the colours pop a little bit more. Shadows, if you want it to be a little bit darker, like that. And then temperature is when you get it, so you can get that kind of nighttime look on it, and you're still keeping this green colour as well that's coming off of Bane. So we'll add in a slight gradient as well coming from this side, and then we're going to tint it and it brings out the green a bit more. And we'll lower that as well slightly, and then it makes it pop a little bit more. So I don't do too much on it. I mean, it's basic kind of lighting edits, but whenever you edit a photo, always edit the lighting, because it will make a photo 10 times better if you just play around with the lighting. Don't have to be an expert. I'm no expert. I just mess around with some of the settings. If it looks better, sometimes it'll look better, sometimes it'll look worse, so it's about playing around, getting that balance. So yeah, I hope to maybe do one of these again. I wanted to actually go out and do some outdoor photos, but it started raining, so I ended up we did an indoor one instead. So I would like to do an outdoor one. That would be quite cool. So hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.